Well, when several hundred, mostly senior citizens, got really frustrated with the election results in January and broke the law and walked through the U.S. Capitol building, members of Congress were so afraid, Sandy Cortez is still in therapy, she says, that they built a wall immediately around their workplace, around the Capitol. Then they brought in the army to protect them. Meanwhile, our country has no southern border, effectively. You just saw that. And no one's doing anything. That's totally fine. Too bad the Congress isn't in McAllen. The question tonight, though, is why isn't the state of Texas stopping this? It's their border, too. They have a National Guard. They could shut this down. Why aren't they doing that? Sid Miller is the Agricultural Commissioner of the state of Texas, and we're happy to have him on tonight. Mr. Miller, thanks so much for coming on. Now, I know, these problems are famously complicated, but this one's maybe not that complicated. How about shut down the border? Why doesn't Texas do that?
Well, we should. Our governor's, I'm glad he's doing something. We're finally, responding. He's been in office 7 years. I'm hoping it's not political theater, because we've got the basic questions aren't even, he hasn't gave us his plan. We need to know, where does the wall need to be built? How much of it needs to be built? What's it going to cost? And how do we pay for it? Those are four basic questions that haven't been answered. I'm glad he's doing something, but we're not doing near enough. The problem I have, Tucker, is the timeline. When we knew on November 4th or 5th, pick a day, or January the 6th when legal avenues were closed, or even on January 20th when Biden was sworn in, we knew that there was going to be open borders and the welcome mat was going to be out.
Exactly.
6 months ago, that's when we should have been doing something down on the border. We should have rolled out the razor wire where the wall hadn't been built. We should have contracted our high surveillance aircraft. We should have got our own drones up in the air so we could see where the surge is coming from. Once the surge is here, it's too late. But we could have been down there on the border, and when that surge got here, saying, look, we don't care what the Biden administration says, you're not coming into Texas.
Well, that's exactly right. And I think most people in Texas, regardless of their political affiliation or their ethnicity, appreciate that you can't have a country without borders. And we don't have the National Guard to fight in Syria. Actually, protecting our own borders seems like a more pressing concern. What is preventing Governor Abbott, who I think wants to be reelected, hard to imagine, but I think he does, why isn't he sending them tonight? Honestly, what's the answer?
I think he's the only one that can answer that question honestly. I don't know why he doesn't. I don't have the answer. I am glad to see President Trump coming back to Texas. He's welcome here. He'll be well received in those border communities down there. They love him down there. He won a lot of those counties and those cities in the last election and never been carried by a Republican before. So
that's right.
Welcome back, Mr. President. We're glad to have you back.
Yeah, 90% Hispanic counties voting for Trump because of the border. Commissioner Sid Miller, we appreciate your coming on tonight. Thank you so much.
Anytime, Tucker. God bless. Thank you.
God bless.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.